Hello, let's get started with an inhale and reach our arms up. And on the exhale, go over to a side for half moon. Take a moment to breathe into the rib cage. And as you're here, we'll add the hand down to the thigh, wrap a foot over, and if you care to rotate, you can. We're doing a little half moon, Ardha Chandrasana, waking up the breathing muscles, waking up the shoulders. Enjoy that side, getting attention. Oh goodness, we're going to take another inhale. And then as you exhale, reach both arms up. The feet are underneath the hips. Going over to the other side, half moon. Breathe in, stretching the other side, sending the breath to that side. Inhale, and then as you're ready, the foot can cross over, hand can come down, and if you care to add on rotation down, can do that. And rotation up. Good morning. Hi, Michelle. We just started with 2 half moons, full deep breathing, Ardha Chandrasana. Take an inhale. Oh, goodness. And then as you're ready, we'll come back up. We'll let the feet go underneath the hips, hands to the heart. And then take a moment, let's grab a sip, and then we'll meet right back here. I'll tilt my screen up for this next and let Michelle catch up. So we did 2 half moons, Michelle. There you go, don't miss a thing. And then when you're ready, take an inhale to open back up. The feet are now gonna come out 5-pointed star. And we're gonna take an inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands down, and you may have to bend the knees a little bit if you're feeling a little bit tight. Now once you're here, bend one knee and then bend the other. It doesn't have to be that much at first. You're scanning your joints. You're noticing, how do I feel? And then you may go a little bit deeper. That looks good. A little bit more bend on one. It's up to you. And then a little bit more bend on the other. Breathe in and out through your nose if you can. Now we're going to leave both knees long and leave your hands in the middle. You can gently pull on the floor to get more stretch. Hold here, release any tension from the neck. Breathe in. And then we're going to be taking our right hand or our right knuckles on the floor underneath the nose. Reach the left arm open to the sky and stretch even through your fingers. Windmill pose. Lengthen the knees if you can. You look great, Michelle. That's it. Breathe in. Your arm might open more. Your torso might open more. Inhaling. And then exhale, bring your hand down, left hand or left knuckles. Breathe in as you reach your right arm up. Open up. There she is. It worked. I see you. Hello. Hi, Betty. Come on in. We did some half moon and we did some, this is the windmill pose. Breathe in and open up through that torso. Inhale. Stretching up. Reaching tall. Now exhale and let that down. We're going to bring our hands back up to the hip bones. Inhale to come up, and if you need to take more time for blood pressure, do, and then lift your heart, elbows squeeze together. Now even though your heart's lifted, the chin might tuck a little bit so you don't feel any strain in the neck. Take that inhale, and as you exhale, come back, hands go to the heart, step or walk your feet back in, and then take a moment, grab a sip, and meet me back here. You're doing great. So glad to have you guys. I might ease through the postures here. Now when you're ready, open up into 5-pointed star again. Open up the arms. Now we're going to lift and spread the right toes towards the right wall. and add a few knee bends. I want you to just see how the knee's tracking, get some synovial fluid in there, and you may decide you need to stretch out more so that you can put your knee over the ankle and then pause. Palms are out, and then just hold here. Let the shoulder blades glide down the back. Look over that hand, and imagine your body's against a wall. Breathe in fully for Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. The right thigh is getting stronger, externally rotating through the left thigh. And then as you're ready, let your right forearm come to your thigh, your right thigh. Your left arm is going to go in a long line till your fingers are in a long line with your toes. Now, your right hand, if you want, could go down. That's up to you. That's a little harder to move my mic. Okay, hold here, 10, 9, and 8, beautiful, 7. You have a little arch lift in the left foot, 6, rotate that left shoulder blade open, 4, 3, 2. Now push, push, push your feet into the floor to come up to vertical. Keep the same legs, go up and back. The hand goes to your thigh, right arm reaches. Right knee is still on top of that right ankle. Good. There you go. 2, 3. Parvriti Virabhadrasana. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now inhale back into a vertical spine, straighten that right knee. At this point you're in 5-pointed star. Pick up the left toes, point them towards the other wall, and you're going to be bending that knee. You can check with your vision, just double check. You want your knee to track with that second toe and over that ankle. You're scanning it, you're seeing if it's correctly tracking, and then you're going to leave it on top of that left ankle. Palms face up. Now we're going to just turn our gaze over that left hand. Shoulder blades glide down. Here we go with big full breathing through the nose. Your back's against an imaginary wall. Strengthening that knee in an appropriate position. Breathe fully. Take another inhale. Let that forearm, the left one, come to your thigh. Let your other arm reach over. And then if you decide you want to go a little deeper, your hand can go to the floor. Roll that right rib cage open. Stretch through your fingers. Breathe fully. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to use strong legs and a strong core to come up, past the Warrior 2, and then go back. So you're reaching now through the other side. Body's up against imaginary wall. That looks great. 10, 9, 8, and 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3. The left knee still on top of that ankle. 2. Now take an inhale and come up to vertical. Straighten that knee, and you're in 5-pointed star for a moment. Walk or step the feet back together, Samasthiti. Take a breath, take a sip, meet me back here, and we're gonna shoot for 8 ounces or maybe even 12, 8 to 12 ounces of fluid. And we're gonna do a little bit on the swans, then come back up to standing. So when you're ready, inhale, reach both arms up, a little bit of a back bend here. And then exhale, your hands come down. Now meet me in down dog with a walk of the dog. So bend one knee, and then bend the other, and bend one knee, and then bend the other, and bend one knee, and bend the other, and then push both heels towards the floor. Hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower the shins, take the hips back as comfortable as your legs will allow. Child pose, Garbhasana, inhale. And then exhale, come out to your belly. And then bring your inhale to either Sphinx. Let me just show you the modification first. And then if you care to add on, you'll press your hands into the mat and come up a little higher in your upper body. Now your elbows point towards the floor. The breath is going to fill up your upper back. That looks good. And Jean, if your elbow hurts you at all, just go to your forearm maybe. And yeah, just make sure it's okay. Breathe in. Now exhale and lower. We're going to do that again. So when you're ready, either do a Sphinx posture, which is on your forearms, or press your hands and come up with your elbows off the floor. So your choice, shoulder blades are down. Breathe in. Inhale. Exhale, lower, take a moment, and we'll do one more. Get ready, either do Sphinx or press your hands into the floor. Come up and hold. Shoulder blades are down the back. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now inhale, and then exhale, push back to child's pose, curl your toes. This time you can add a foot stretch. Breathe in. And then gently come up to hands and knees where you are extending the spine, so you're lifting your heart. Now curl your lumbar spine and go into flexion. And then inhale, lift your sternum, lift your tailbone. And then exhale, flexion. Breathing in, lift up your heart. Exhale, curl. Now 2 more where you're trying to articulate your spine. That's your goal, and link movement with breath. 1 more. And then come into hands and knees just like a table. Your back is neutral. Take your right toes off the floor and point the right sole of your foot towards the sky. Then take your left hand off the floor and find that foot if you can. If not, just reach opposite arm, opposite leg. Now you're in a quadruped bow pose. Breathe. Inhale. Yeah. Exhale, release and realign. Get your bearings. Pick up the left foot and reach it towards the sky. Maybe take your right hand to that left foot and push your foot up. Breathe in. Opening your shoulder, breathing in your nose. One more. Full breath. Here we go. Breathe in. And then exhale, 1 more child's pose. This time I'm going to have us bend our elbows. So you're getting a little tricep stretch. Pat yourself on the back. And then when you're ready, come back up, take a sip. And you can sit any way that's comfortable. So I'm deliberately sitting kneeling to keep that seated position, but you can sit any way that's comfortable. We're going to be coming up without using our hands. So from here, a challenge could be no hands. 1 foot comes on the floor, so you can see the sole of the foot's on the floor. Now, even though 1 foot's on the floor, the back foot can help you come up. That's it. And then you're standing normally. That's the goal. Really good job, guys. Samasthiti. And then inhale and open up your arms and your feet, 5-pointed star. Lift up your right toes and face the toes towards the side wall. Your right arm is going to reach over. This is triangle pose. You're going to reach over your leg. Now, when you cannot go anymore, that's plenty. Your right hand comes down. Your left arm, I'd like to do a little vinyasa with this. Your arm can do a big circle, so much of a circle that even goes behind you. So it's just waking up the entire glenohumeral joint. So any movement you need, breathe in. So at least 3 to 5 of those. And then you'll find a place that you want to stay. It could be up, a traditional vertical. It could be over your ear. That one feels great. Behind your back is another nice one. Now add that breath full. You're welcome to take more than one arm position during this triangle pose. Act like I'm pulling your arm, reaching. Feel your rib cage expand. I visualize the ribs getting further apart from each other as the intercostals expand. Now when you're ready, the top arm actually helps you come up. You pass through 5-pointed star, pick up your left toes and then lower them towards the left wall. Go over the left leg. Here we go. It's like you're gliding. You're sliding. Yep, knee long. Now you'll end up hitting femur on pelvis and you can't go anymore. With the top arm, have some vinyasa. Reach, stretch, move. Try different things. I like to even go behind. It's a big circle. You're lubricating that joint and you're also observing, what does it need today? How's it feeling today? Now we're going to find a place that felt exceptionally good and hold it. Good. Stretch it. Good. Back's against a wall. Yeah, 5, 6, 7. You might have more than one arm position you want to take. Enjoy. Breathe in fully. Now, as you're ready, the top arm can also help you come up. You're vertical, pivot your feet, walk those feet back together, Samasthiti. Take a sip, meet me back here. We're going to do a Parsvottanasana pose. Parsvottanasana is pyramid. For our pyramid, I'm going to stand a little diagonally so you can see me both ways. The right foot is going to stay put. The left foot goes back about 4 to 5 feet deep. Oh, and you're in line with your own hip. Your arms are going to cross. I like to change places. So change places. Now the other arm's in front. And then inhale up. You should be able to get a fuller breath when the arms are overhead, opening up the breathing capacity. We're going to be finding a shoulder stretch that serves you. An option could be interlaced behind you. Maybe namaste, proms, prayer behind you. Maybe just hold onto your elbows if you're feeling tight. Take an inhale, exhale, hinge. Our gaze will change so that our neck is neutral. You probably are looking at your right foot. Now you're going to be putting your hands down, maybe on the thigh, maybe the shin, maybe bend the knees a little bit more and put them on the floor and just take another few breaths here. Relax everything. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, slowly come up. Now watch your blood pressure in case you need more time. And then even go back into a back bend. Lift up your arms. Lift up your heels for a bonus balance challenge. Breathe in, stretch up tall. How tall can you get? Lower the heels with care, hands at the heart. Back foot meets the front foot, Samastitihi, and then switch up. The other foot goes back. So right foot about 4 to 5 feet deep. Go inhaling up into a circle with your arms, and it's a full circle. So when you go up, your arms also go behind you. The other arm now crosses as much as you can in front, and then the arms go behind you. When you're ready, find a shoulder release that serves you. Take an inhale. Exhale, there's a bit of softness in that knee. Hinge forward. You might even do a second variation, hands on the thigh or hands on the shin, and maybe even, yep, just see how that feels. You might bend your knee a little bit. Breathe. Take another inhale. Slowly come back up. Now your arms can even go up high. Your heels can lift up. All of your metatarsal heads, your toe heads have equal weight if you're lifting up your heels. 5, 4, there you go. 3 long knees, 3, 2. Lower with care. Your heels are down, your hands are at your heart. Your feet are going to come together. Samastitihi. Gorgeous job. Grab a sip. We're going to do some one-legged balances. Tree pose coming up with a possible shoulder opener. Lift and spread your toes. Lift and spread your toes. Now, ideally you see space between your toes. If not, get down there and move them. And then leave your left foot on the ground. It's going to be right foot up. It could be calf, it could be inner thigh. Now at first you could just lift up your arms like a tree whose limbs are growing to the sun. Now we're going to end up adding on, so just for 10, hold here. Good, Jean. Gorgeous. If you care to add on, one arm could be in a tricep stretch. One arm's going to reach up from the low back. We're going to take another inhale, and then your hands will come together at your heart, Samastitihi. Lower that foot. Take a full breath. So what you're doing is getting all your biology back in homeostasis, and then lift and spread your toes. So you're starting with a full energy. Now your other foot, your left foot, can come to calf or maybe inner thigh. And there's a little hip opener here. This is like bound angle. So there is a little hip opener here. The hips, the 2 ASISs are forward, the knee is opening. Now the add-on could be the arms lifting up for 10. Good. So notice how that stretches your back too. Breathe in through your nose if you can. Good. How little tension can you have in your neck? It's like a game. Now this is fine, and if you want to add on a cow face, there's an elbow bend. There's an arm up. Good, Betty. Yep, just bring it back up. You're doing great. There you go. Yeah, feel your back, how tall it is. Everyone looks great. Breathe in. Yeah. another inhale. Get ready. Let your hands come to your heart. Once the thumbs touch the sternum, lower that foot. Samasthiti. Really good. Grab a sip. We'll add on. You're doing great. And I'm going to be turning sideways on this one just so you can see. The right arm's going to go up in a big circle and behind you. Now the right hand will hold on to the right foot or use a band to hold that foot. Left arm forward and you're tall. 10. Quad stretch. Ribs pull down. Pubic bone pulls up. 8. 7. Good. 6. 5. You guys look great. 4. 3. 2. Now push your foot into your hand. If you would like to add on, your thigh comes up behind you. Your other arm goes forward. Good. Dancer pose. Nata Rajasana. Take another inhale. Slowly, gracefully come back. Take a breath. And then we're going to take the other side. I'm just turning so you can see the body's tall on this first one, the quad stretch. The left arm goes up and back to your foot. And this is where it's easy to get lordotic. So there's a little rib pull down with your abs. This one's good for you, Karen. The pubic bone pulls up. So I have a little energy in my abs here and here. Good. Yep, and then if your thigh's opening out to the side, try to pull it in. Good, Jean, that was great. Okay, hold. I'm going to turn to you now that we see. Now inhale, and if you would like to add on, the foot that's in your hand comes up. So now your thighs are no longer parallel. Your thigh is actually going behind you. Your torso may even come forward some. Good, good catch. 5, 4, keep going. 3, 2, good, that's okay. Inhale. Now slowly, gracefully, you like how I threw that word in, come back, Samasthiti. Great job, guys. Grab a sip. We're going to add on. Wonderful job. Now, this one is going to be a standing lunge, so I'll show you what I mean. You're going to take an inhale, arms up. Now, on the exhale, your hands or your knuckles might be on the floor. Your left foot's going to go back. So one foot, you may have to be more forward, one back. Now, you're bending one knee and then straightening it. And then, Karen, let me just tell you, if you want a modification, you can get a yoga block here too. And your hands could be on a yoga block, or two yoga blocks. Now, you can probably feel the hamstrings when you start to straighten your front knee. And then you can feel your back psoas, but I also feel my hamstrings on the front leg because there's some that are stretching when your knee bent. There's some that are stretching when your knee is straight. So you may feel it on all. So this is Vinyasa. Now we're going to stay in a bit of a hamstring. So both knees, I'll say, are straight, but you know they don't have to be absolutely straight because you might need a little bend. So it's kind of like a low pyramid. So just hold 10, feel your hamstrings, 9. Breathe. Now you're going to be bending the front knee. You could be on your knuckles. You could lift your heart. You could be on a yoga block. Yes, that's it. Good. That's gorgeous. Good. Good. Lift your heart. Good. Inhale. Yeah. Now listen to your body, but can you put the back knee / shin down and come up? Inhale your arms. So if your knee needs more support, grab something to put under it. Yeah, lift your arms. There you go. Little back bend here. Breathe. There's a little pubic bone pulling up energy and ab pulling down, just like we did in that quad stretch. Good. Breathe. Lift up. So act like I'm pulling your arms up to the sky. Inhale. Now I want you to place your hands down, curl your back toes under, go into down dog for a moment. Remember which foot you had in front. Walk it out like you're walking your dog. Now, if you can, left foot comes forward. If not, walk it forward. It's okay. I'm going to pivot to my knuckles and then a little bend and a little straightening of the legs. There's no right answer for how much you straighten your knee, except for that you want to listen to your body. In other words, gauge it by your feeling and not by what you think it should look like. So the left knee straightens, the left knee bends, the torso moves down a little, the torso moves up a little. If it's too hard, walk your feet back together, grab yoga blocks, whatever you need to do. All right, now the left knee is going to be, I'm going to use the word straight, but you also know that I will say bend it as much as you need to be able to maintain that hamstring stretch. Relax your neck. Yep, and I'm looking at you. You can leave your hands down. Yep. Breathe. Try to straighten your right knee at this point as well. Now, let your knuckles come down if you want. Like me, you can bend the left knee and lift your heart. Yeah, it's like a runner's lunge. So right now our right knee's off the floor. We did this in a few stages. Good, lift your heart. Breathe. Now the right shin / knee comes down and lift up your arm. So I'm actually using my thigh to progress one step and then both arms up as a second step. Yeah, there you go. Lift up like someone's pulling you with your wrist up to the sky. Breathe into your nose and feel your breath go into the belly, low part of your torso. Breathe. Stretch up so you don't feel like you're hanging out in your back. You're lifting up your arms instead. Good. Karen, great. Everybody's great. 5, 4, 3. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bring the hands back down, and you can take both feet back and hold down dog for a moment. I'm going to offer an internal rotation, which is where your toes are pointed more towards each other and the heels are pointed more out. So your SI joint opens. Now a neutral down dog. Go to the forearms if you'd like. Now just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, lower your shins. Now I'm going to head towards a Mandukasana. So open up the knees and do frog pose. This frog pose may look different in everybody. So the toes could be together. I think, yeah, Jean, you'll feel the best if you just go down and rest. Yeah, you don't have to be on your arms for this one. Okay, inner thighs, but also feel your low back decompress because our pelvis is now higher than our low back. And that doesn't happen as we walk through our day much, right? So there's a low back space that's happening between the vertebrae. The knees might get wider. You might find you want to shift forward or back for your body to feel an inner thigh stretch. Make sure you feel an inner thigh stretch and a low back decompression. Five, 4, 3, 2, inhale, and then exhale to come back And then we're going to just take a seat for a moment. Grab a sit, meet me back here. Good job, guys. So a couple seated things. Make sure you're comfortable though. For the first seated, it's a mermaid. So I'll just show you which one I'm doing. Left knee bends so that the left foot's touching the right thigh. Right hand goes over to that knee, left knee. Left arm up. Good. So mermaid. Yeah. Yep. Now another cue, just like before, act like you're getting pulled through your wrist. If you care to do a little rotation here, it's not wrong. It's just you finding what you need today. Breathe into this rib cage. Our breathing muscles are getting so cared for that you're going to feel like it's easier to get a breath today. You're more open in the posture muscles. Breathe in. That relates to energy and mood. Now this hand that's in the air, inhale. This hand that's in the air is going to go behind you, probably behind your hips. Add a rotation. So you're looking over your shoulder. This one's called mermaid, looking over her shoulder. It's a rotation. Upper back in particular. Now I'd like to offer the hands coming down to the floor behind you. So you're able to rest your head on the floor, on your arms, and you can even stretch out that right leg a little. Act like I'm pulling your leg. Breathe in. Take another inhale. And then walk your way back up. Now when you're up, switch your legs so that you're in the other mermaid. And I'll go through the rights and lefts here. Your right knee is more in front. Your right foot is on your left thigh. Your left hand reaches in front of your body across like an X. Your right arm's up. Yep. There you go. And lift up. Now that's good. I was going to say that, Karen, you can have your hand here. It doesn't have to be across. The KRA, is that you get a stretch in here and breathe into that side through your nose if you can. That's the main, this is lateral flexion. That's the theme. That's the main intention. How you get there is sort of details because the main idea is we get lateral flexion. Stretch, stretch, stretch. You notice wherever you, yep, that was good. You all just gave in. I saw you go a little deeper, Betty. I like to even stretch my fingers here. Everything gets attention. Imagine the ribs separating so that the space between the intercostals is getting elastic. Now this arm that's in the air comes behind you usually to add rotation. Look over your shoulder. Keep going. I'm going to look at you though. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're nice and tall. Now take an inhale. Go down towards the floor. You remember how we went down behind? Now you can rest on the floor or your head could be on your arms. Stretch out that left leg a bit. Breathe. 5, 4, 3. Take another inhale. Slowly come up. And wonderful job, guys. Grab a sip. You're doing terrific. Grab a sip. I'd like to offer that if you have a foam roller and you have a Donovan, that you get them now for stretches. And the other option you could use is a Pilates ring. We're going to be doing some hamstrings. So you can have them ready already. I'm going to use my foam roller. When you go down, have it nearby. So for example, you can put it underneath your knees. I have black pants on and my roller's black, but I've got that roller just close to me. I'm not even using it now. I just don't want to have to get back up when I'm down. Now, once your head is down, you can take the bridge pose. So curl your spine up. And once your spine's up, move the roller underneath your sacrum. Now, here's where we add on a tool. The hamstring stretch is a little easier for me if I use a tool. So the Pilates ring on the right foot, or a Dynaband, or elastic tubing. Even a traditional yoga tie can work, or a towel, but just holding your right foot up, your knees pretty long. Your left leg is going to be long unless you have tugging at your low back. Then you'll want to bend your left knee. Everybody looks good to me though. So you may notice we're doing a little bit more for those hips today and hamstrings and psoases. I want us to notice how this also influences the back. The leg that's in the air, try taking it across your midline, and it's an outer hamstring stretch. It's internal rotation. Your other leg's just pouring to the floor. That leg that's in the air can go out to the side. So you're getting all sorts of hamstring, inner thigh. Take another inhale. Now bring the leg up to vertical just to switch it. Now take your leg that's down and put it up in the ring or the Dynaband. And if you have to adjust your foam roller, go for it. And your other leg pours down. Ah, good. Your back's going to feel great after this. The hips are going to feel great. And you're going to breathe in through your nose. Hamstring, psoas, breath. The leg that's in the air can cross the midline, and there's that outer hamstring. That's generally the tightest hamstring, and it influences hip health and knee health. So see if you can feel that one. It's really important to stretch. The leg that's in the air can go out to the side a bit. It's going to be like an inner hamstring, inner thigh-ish. I also feel a little differently on my right psoas when that left leg goes out. See what you feel. Breathe deeply through your nose. Fill up your diaphragm. And let your exhale melt all tension away. This is our rejuvenation, our replenishing, so that we're able to be physically as well and taken care of for more strength during the day. Take that inhale. Let the leg come towards vertical, and then both legs, now I'm going to let go of this hamstring stretch for a moment. Both legs are going to go long. You may have to move the foam roller down a little bit, and if that's too much, one knee can be bent and then the other. So try that and just take 10, decompressing the lumbar spine, opening up the psoas. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slide the feet on the floor, and then for a moment, just get rid of that yoga foam roller and see how you feel. And then we're going to be taking that underneath the upper back. Now you may need your yoga block underneath your head. And if you find the biggest part, the roundest part of your back, and put that foam roller there, we're in a passive extension. And if you feel like you need something under your head, usually a half a yoga block or a pillow. If you care to add on, the knees could be in bound angle, which is a butterfly stretch. Upper back opening up, stretching. Five, 4, 3, 2, and then tuck the chin and get rid of the yoga foam roller just for a moment so you can notice how your back feels. And then we're going to lie on the roller vertically. So if you need a yoga block for your head or anything like that, grab it. But you'll be sacrum on one end, head on the other. Make sure you're comfortable on there. Your arms are probably going to be like a Y because you would like to, or a T maybe, palms up if you can. You're trying to open up the chest and the shoulders. All right, breathe now into your nose. And how much can you relax the chest and the shoulders? So you're going to feel that breath more anteriorly now, and you can feel it in the chest, the upper rib cage. And see if there's any tightness, just send a little bit more attention to that tightness and breathe in and open it up with your attention and your breath. Breathe in, 5, 4. These are all passive extensions, and they re-educate the fascia. Now we're going to slowly go to the side. You can even get rid of the props so that you can feel your back. Now, Karen, you might want a headrest, but we're gonna, like a yoga block, but we're gonna take a hip opener, supine. So right ankle to left thigh, reach your hands through. I'll demonstrate. If you feel like your hips are far away from you, just grab a yoga block under your head, and that puts the legs closer to your arms. I'm gonna add a little rock. Maybe you want to move your ankles or your toes here. There's no wrong way. See if you can just follow your gut, follow your instinct, and bathe or relish the feelings of wellness in your hip. Your mind gets to be clear and just focus on refilling your cup, letting your body be cared for. It's what houses us the rest of the day. So we're getting to take care of it now. We'll be taking that other side, the ankle, the thigh, reach your hands through. And maybe you want to move your ankles like a little circle or a point and flex. Spread your toes if you want, a little rock. Five, 4, 3, 2, And then we're going to be doing a knee down twist. You notice I tend to put these towards the end. They do calm the nervous system. Take your left leg very long and take your right knee across your body. Your left hand is resting on that thigh or that knee. The right arm can take a few circles like you're at the beach and you're drawing a circle in the sand. You're going to leave that arm out like a T or a Y. Breathe in. Nice, calming releases with your exhales. Take an inhale, and then as you're ready, realign the spine. Now your right leg goes long, and your left knee goes over. Your hand is on your knee. You could take a few circles with your left arm, opening the shoulder, opening and then leaving it. Good. And looking that way, but you can close your eyes. Exhale it all out. Gently come back and pull your legs into your belly. And you can take one hand on each knee real softly. Move the thighs like you're stirring a pot. And yeah, either way or opposite. Then we're going to put our hips, sacrum on a block or a foam roller and put our feet on the wall, or you can use your couch, just something for elevation. You're also, of course, welcome to take Shavasana if you prefer. This is just a nice way to give those vessels a break. They're usually below our heart. So the legs are now up. Vessels get a little reprieve. Let go and just put yourself on a cloud. A soft cloud where you're weightless. Take a few moments just breathing. And then we're going to let the yoga block or foam roller out of the way. Take your time. Slowly start making your way up to seated and take your time. And then we'll just take a moment to sit comfortably. And we'll take a breath of appreciation to our body. Our physical cells are always working towards wellness, even when we don't give it instruction during the day. So we'll just give an intention of appreciation. And our mind, it's always figuring out things all during the day towards our wellness. So we're going to give it a moment of appreciation. And to our breathing, our spirit, that part of us that's beyond physical, we'll give an appreciation to our body, our mind, and our spirit. And we'll just bless it to the highest good for the rest of the day. for all that it does. Thank you guys so much. I'm so glad to see you again. I hope you feel wonderful today. Happy Wednesday. I look forward to being back in it. Good job, guys. Hope to